Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, my fellow Chibits. No matter when you view this video, I wish all of you a very, very good day and many good days to come. Now, I know this video is up rather late. It's up on a Sunday instead of a, like Saturday, Friday, Thursday, or even a Wednesday. It's up rather late, and there's just... I'm not even going to try to lie. I've been just lazy this week. I've been rather lazy. I've been reading manga, and that's kind of been the main gist. I've been reading manga, playing some games. That's kind of why I didn't put this out. Now, I'm not saying I don't like doing the vlog or anything. I'm just saying I just got sidetracked, was playing a little bit of Dark Souls 3, was collecting some achievements. Alongside of that, I was, reading manga, different type of series, like, the manhwas I was talking about in my last week's vlog, just different things like that. So I got a little bit sidetracked, and I delayed the vlog for a very long time. And then, the reason why it wasn't uploaded Saturday was because Tokyo Ghoul took hours to render, and then the thumbnail on top of that, so I was like, fuck, I'll just wait till late night Saturday, and then I'll make the vlog, which I'm here doing right now. It's very late. It's like around 12:30 at night right now. I'm wide awake, as always. You know how my schedule is completely fucked up. Like, I'll tell you right now, most likely what's going to happen, this video is going to be about probably 40 minutes long. I'm going to have to edit it down, and then I'm going to probably get to my computer, have all the files uploaded, and I'm going to look at it, I'm like, nope, I'm going to sleep. I go straight to sleep. I'll wake up around maybe 10 or 11 o'clock in the day, maybe 12 or 1, depends on when I want to get up. So, most likely, you guys won't see this video until late Sunday. Maybe you might see it in the morning. It depends how I feel after this video. But pretty much, please forgive me for the delay in this vlog. I'm very sorry. So I have a couple of things I want to talk about, as always. Actually, before I even get into that, how's everybody's day been? Or week? How's it been? Is everybody doing good? Is everybody doing bad? Just, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You know me. I love knowing about you guys. I like knowing, what's going on in your life. It's how I always am. And just asking. Want to get to see what, everybody's been up to this past week. So, what I want to talk about, pretty much, is something I wanted to talk about in last week's vlog, but I forgot to talk about it. It just slipped my fucking mind. So, you remember how I was talking about Batman versus Superman? Like, I was talking about the series, how I, was going to watch it. Well, I finished watching it, which I want to talk about in a second. I also picked up RWBY, the latest volume, the season of RWBY. And then I picked up The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies. So, let me explain here, okay? So, these are like 3 pickups I did about a week and a half ago. And I was at the store, I'm like, okay, so I want to watch Batman versus Superman. So, I bought this because I wanted to watch it since I watched, The Man of Steel. Got this, and I watched it. This, I bought these two alongside of it because, I saw them there. I love RWBY, I love the series, and so I wanted to support Rooster Teeth. I, review every season of RWBY that comes out. And then The Hobbit, I've actually seen the first 2 Hobbit movies. I have not seen the third one. I'm not even joking. I have not seen this third one. I've heard mixed things about the Hobbit movies. I've read, the book, obviously. I know some certain issues that happen with, movie 1 and 2. But I've heard mixed things about this third movie, but I want to see it for myself just to see how it is. So I've yet to actually sit down and watch it. As you can see, it's still in plastic. I've actually yet to open it up. I might watch that tonight, actually. Yeah, this would be a nice, good thing. Watch it. But anyways, getting off of that, though, I want to talk about Batman versus Superman. So I finished this about a week and a half ago, and I'm going to tell you, as a movie, as a person that hasn't read the comics, like DC and stuff, I already gave you my backstory to comics and stuff when I made that one vlog about, Batman versus Superman. I'm not someone that's well-versed in Superman, Batman. I won't even begin to say I am. I won't. I'm not going to go there because I'd be ignorant if I tried to. So, when it comes to the movie, I knew some of the things some people were complaining about when it came to, Martha. I heard some talks about Martha and stuff, but I wasn't spoiled. I watched the movie pretty much blind. I just watched it because I heard it was good, and, I watched Man of Steel. I enjoyed it, and so I got to watch this. So, the movie overall, I guess I'm going to do a mini review, even though I don't normally review movies. I'm just going to give you my thoughts. I guess my impressions of the movie. There you go. So, the movie overall, it did have its problems. I will not lie about that. It had its problems. But I heard so many things about Batman versus Superman. Like, I heard so many people literally shitting on this movie. Like, people are literally taking dumps on this movie, thinking like it's just the worst movie of 2016. And to be honest with you, I really disagree. Now, like I said, the movie has obvious problems, but I don't feel like it is as bad as so many others really think this movie is. Now, as I've said, I'm not a DC comic reader, so I don't know all the flaws in the movie. But overall, though, I just don't feel like the movie is necessarily as bad as many were saying. So I want to explain my points. So the movie overall, one of my biggest points about Batman vs. Superman I kind of disliked was probably Lex Luthor. Let me explain, okay? I've seen a little bit of Lex Luthor here and there throughout my years of, just being alive. I've seen, like, references to him, how he's Superman's nemesis and all that. It's like, how Joker is to Batman. That's what Lex Luthor is to Superman. And I know about Lex Luthor. He's, like, bald, he's intelligent, he's very smart. And I've seen bits and pieces of, like, the cartoon when I was a kid. Now, I'm not going to say that's an accurate representation of Lex Luthor, but when I always think of Lex Luthor, I always pictured him as someone that was, very intelligent, which he was in the movie, but someone that was calm, someone that wasn't crazy, if you get my point. And when it came to the movie of Lex Luthor's character introduction, the way he was displayed in the movie, I didn't like how he felt like a Joker ripoff. Like, let me give you my kind of point of view here. See, as you know, this movie had Batman in it, and there was key references to Batman and the Joker throughout the movie, and I felt like the people that wrote Batman vs. Superman, I feel like they made the personality of Lex Luthor way too Jokerish. Like, I felt like they made Lex Luthor feel like a Joker ripoff because Batman fans are watching this movie, and I felt like they probably wanted to make it to people that love Batman and loved, like the Dark Knight or something. They can get into Lex Luthor because he's kind of similar to Joker with his crazy mentality, and I just wasn't a big fan of it. I wasn't a big fan of his acting, the way he was acting all crazy and stuff throughout the movie. It was kind of like, okay, I mean, he's trying too hard to act like a Joker. I don't know if it's because of the way the actor was displaying Lex Luthor or not, but I just wasn't a big fan. I felt like he was just trying too hard to be a Joker. That's all I felt about that. Then when it came to the other scenes, like, let's talk about the Martha scene. So, Martha, I understand why many would have an issue with that scene, because Batman just straight up drops the fight. Yeah, he just hears like, why'd you say that name? Why'd you say Martha? And I understand how that's a problem. Now, I was kind of irked by that too, because they're in the middle of a grudge match. They're beating the fucking shit out of each other. They're going all in. Batman's about to kill Superman, and then all of a sudden Martha pops up, and then everything is, it just drops right there. And I'm like, Now, I wasn't a big fan of the way the fight stopped. Like, the execution of it was not that good, but the foreshadowing was good. And let's be point blank here, okay? As I've said, I'm not a comic book reader, but I know kind of somewhat of the origin stories of Batman and Superman. I know about, Batman's origin story, like his parents and how they were killed and all that. And, at the beginning of the movie, it's literally right at the beginning of the movie, you get to see Martha from Batman's perspective, his mother's death. And then we know that Superman's mother is named Martha as well. If you watch Man of Steel and then watch the movie as well, you know his mother's named Martha too. And if you know his origin story, if you read the comics, you automatically know too. So it's not something that wasn't foreshadowed. It's not something that you should have honestly have been like, what, it came out of nowhere. The Martha stuff was there all along, in Batman's origin story and Superman, so it wasn't something that wasn't built up. But when it came to the execution of the scene, the way the fight stopped, I felt like that was kind of like, no, it could have been handled a lot better in my personal opinion. But when it came to the foreshadowing of the name Martha, I had no problems with. So, talking about Batman versus Superman, that's probably one of my biggest disappointments with the movie. See, the movie is literally titled Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Now, I know this is like a setup for the Justice League and stuff. I watched a little bit of the Justice League cartoon. I understand that's kind of what this movie is for. But the movie is literally titled Batman vs. Superman. It's on the fucking movie. And when you watch a movie that has a name called Batman vs. Superman, you tend to think that that's what the movie's going to give you. And to be honest, we did have a fight. We had one fight. We had a confrontation where Superman and Batman were talking, and Batman was like, do you bleed? And then, they kind of ventured off and split up. But then eventually we get the fight with Batman versus Superman, which lasts about 8 minutes out of like a 2-hour and 30-minute movie. And I'm like, yeah, that feels honestly like a false advertisement when it came to the movie's title, because it felt more like Clark Kent versus, Wayne. And I'm like, it just doesn't feel like a Batman versus Superman movie when I was watching it. It felt like just their human side, their normal sides were fighting each other, just trying to outsmart each other. And I just felt like the movie, in terms of that, with letting us know that it was going to be a Batman versus Superman movie, I felt like it let me down on that part, because I expected to see that. Now, I'm not an action fan that constantly wants to see action, but when the movie advertises, even in the trailers, Batman versus Superman, that's what I think is going to happen, but it didn't. So, I guess those are my 3 main points of the movie I was disappointed with. Besides that, I'm a big fan of Doomsday at the end of the movie. Oh, Doomsday, that entire fight was fucking epic, dude. Like, to the animation, the CGI, just, it looked so good. I love that entire fight, just seeing Wonder Woman go in, seeing, you know, how Superman and Batman, they're all going up against this man. I love that fight, big fan, probably one of the best moments of the movie, even better than the Batman versus Superman stuff, which only lasts about 8 minutes out of a 2-hour 30 movie. It was a very good scene. I love the Doomsday stuff. I love seeing the fight and all that. I felt bad for Batman. This poor man just straight up having to dodge and shit. He literally could not fight. He had to just run around dodge. I mean, he did throw the gas, the kryptonite gas, but this poor man had to run around like a coward. So, I felt so bad for Batman, but that's not a negative on the movie. It's just Batman is a normal human being at the end of the day. I just found that absolutely hilarious. So, yeah, I mean, overall, the movie was a very enjoyable movie. I loved it. I liked the movie. And even though I said it had its problems, and it sounds like that's all I was doing was complaining, it was a good movie. I personally enjoyed it. I had fun watching it. I don't regret watching it. I don't think it is the worst movie I think that came out for 2016. I've seen a lot worse. So I just, yeah, I don't believe that Batman vs. Superman was total shit, like some say it is. So besides that, overall, I guess there's my movie review on Batman vs. Superman. So, yeah. Okay, so getting off of that, let's talk about other things, like a series I recently read called... Okay, now, if you know about the series, if you know about this series, or if you're about to find out about the series, I'm just gonna tell you right now, you guys have corrupted the fuck out of me, okay? I got tricked thanks to my friend, and I started reading this series, but I'll explain. So, there's this manhwa called Sweet Guy. Now, you might have heard about this series, you might not, and I'm gonna tell you what it's about even if you don't, so don't worry. So, I don't recommend reading this series, honestly. If you're under 18, all that, you can't see, you know, mature content, do not read it, okay? I'm just gonna say right now. But, Sweet Guy, it's a full, solid color series, and the story is pretty much this. The main male character, he gets an electric shock one day, and he literally... when anyone touches him, they feel good. They get this, like, sensation of feeling good. Like, let's say you like a certain sensation or something, and it just gives you that nice, good feeling. That's kind of what the main character does. He got shocked, and all of a sudden he has this power to where anyone that touches him, they feel incredibly fucking good. Like, they feel like they're going on a high or something. And what this means is literally that the main male character, if he gets touched by, let's say, a girl, they want him. Like, not in just, you know, as a boyfriend or whatever, but they want him. Like, they want him for sex. That's what they do. Like, they get literally, like, into it. Like, they want him because it feels so good. And I'm like, I was tricked to read this, okay? Like, my friend's like, hey, you need to read Sweet Guy, it's a very good series. And so I'm like, okay, sure. It's the same friend that told me to watch Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel. It's the same friend, FYI. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go read Sweet Guy and I'll see how it is. So I don't even know what to expect. I'm getting this series, and I find out it's about, like, a main male character that literally, if a girl touches him, they want to have sex. And I'm like, okay, so it's a very mature series. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a very pornographic type series. It does have a good story, though. I mean, one of the biggest things about the series I noticed towards the end of the latest chapters was that apparently the main male character is realizing that a girl really doesn't want him for him. Like, they don't want him for his personality or who he is. They just want him because they feel good when they touch him. So, it's pretty interesting when you think about it like that. It adds a very mature aspect to the series. But overall, though, it's a very, very sexual manga series, or manhwa, so yeah, I don't recommend it to the young ones. I definitely don't. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested in something mature or whatever, give it a shot, but like I said, it's very, very sex heavy. So enough of that. Let me get off of that subject. It's not something I normally talk about, but yeah, I mean, this is a vlog. I talk about anything here, so there you go. So yeah, I think I want to get into the, fan mail now. I think I've talked about a lot of embarrassing stuff, did something I don't normally do, so Yeah, I want to get into the vlog stuff, so give me just a second. Yo! My favorite villain in gaming, besides Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, Arthas. Bruh. There's no letter whoever sent this, but they sent me this figure and the story of Arthas, the novel. Bro. Yo, you're bringing out my inner WoW fan, my boy. This fucking Arthas. They really need to make a movie to this, man. I love this character. I love the Lich King so much as a villain. If you've ever played Warcraft 3, you know why I love this character so much. And if you've ever played, Wrath of the Lich King, you ever played in those days in the MMO World of Warcraft, you'll know why this is such a good character. Arthas, my boy. Oh my god, my boy. This is a badass figure. I like this. I really like this figure. Oh my god. The new WoW expansion comes out next week, now I think about it. Legion comes out next week. I'm going to have to pull out my World of Warcraft and all that to start playing again. I mean, I already did pre-order the Legion game. I'm going to probably roll a new character. Probably going to roll the Blood Elf Demon Hunter. So, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Whoever sent this, you know who you are. Thank you very much. Favorite character in gaming. Thank you so much. Hola, Chibi. It's Amigo, and I hope it's all good with your family. Yes, it is. Everything's been going fine. How about yourself? Anyways, Chibi, I was joking before when I said I sent you high school DxD light novels. What I actually sent you are the DxD manga volumes, since the light novels are not out for the US release at all. Say, Chibi, I would like to know which anime besides Spice and Wolf would you like to see a Season 3 for? Index, Instantly Index, or Railgun. I want to see those get a Season 3. I ask this because it appears that Nisekoi's manga is finally reaching its ending soon, and in this folder I've included some panels from the chapters I'd like to see animated in the anime if a third or fourth season ever comes from Nisekoi's anime. It's kind of sad the series is actually done by the time I'm reading this letter. Man, Nisekoi's over, Bleach is over, Toriko's reaching its conclusion, so is Gintama, Magi's reaching its conclusion. It's crazy, so many are ending. I see that you really like the Esdes wall scroll that I sent you, and I went through a few before deciding on that particular one, as I feel that it represents Esdes the best. She's best girl, and Kami got killed. She's larger than life, sexy, not shy, and aggressive, but can also be welcoming, sweet, and inviting, and comforting too. I did say before that I have a thing for badass blue-haired anime girls, though you did seem to have had other ideas with the wall scroll after you opened it. I'm fairly sure that you have heard that both Gundam and Macross are members of the legendary mech trio. I bring this up because the last member of the trio has made his long-awaited return to anime fans with Voltron Legendary Defenders on Netflix. I actually saw that when I was browsing Netflix. I recently got into a TV cartoon series called Archer. If you ever seen, the cartoon series Archer, I recently started. Holy shit, that shit's funny. That shit is fucking good. I might have to make a video just talking about that. Anyways, let's see. This reboot is fantastic and definitely worth checking out, especially since summer season of anime seems a bit little this time around. Speaking of Macross, Delta just finished its first half, and the latest episode was incredible, and you are seriously missing out on such a great anime, I have heard. If you kept watching Delta instead of Big Order or Iron Fortress, Macross might have been up in your top 5 anime of the season. No, Chibi, I do not enjoy Iron Fortress at all, due to how stupid all the side characters are and the endless amount of nonsense yeah, it was a horrible fucking anime. That was before the Hyper Beam episode too. Me and my friend are still waiting for you to come back to Macross Delta, Chibi, and hopefully the summer season will be the time to do that. Say, did you see the OVA episode of Konosuba? I have yet to see. I heard it was pretty good. That just came out. It's hilarious as usual. Derpy animation, everything. Anyway, Chibi, you noticed that you were sent a few packages with beer-related stuff in them, and I'm happy to admit that I was the one you sent. Oh, you're the one that sent all the stuff about beer. But actually, I bought me a case of beer tonight. I'm not even joking. I probably might, drink a few before I head to bed. Yeah. The Chibi After Dark. Anyways, 10 out of 10. I mean, you get 10 plus internet cookies if you get that reference. If, Chibi After Dark. Anyways, let's see. I major in beer production, and there's a lot of chemistry and biology involved with this subject, but the thing that'll probably shock you most is that beer can be healthy. I have heard about how beer can be healthy. I know if you drink like one a week or once a month, it actually helps clear out your system, like your liver and stuff. I have heard about this from my dad a while back. Let's see. If taken in moderate amounts, beer or any light alcohol like wine can be healthy for a person as it reduces the risk of heart failure. Ooh, reduces the risk of heart failure, really? By allowing blood to flow better. It also can cause your body to burn off fat if you take it right before sleeping, since your body will then use the fat stored to fuel the digestive process. Beers are not just bitter flavored either. The flavor of beer is also very wide and diverse, with some that taste smooth, some are made like wine, so they of course taste like wine. Some can be sweet, others are spicy, lots are sour, and everything else in between. There's even one that tastes like the inside of a a barbershop. Let's see. Seriously, since you can make your own beer, Chibi, you can hopefully figure out how you want your beer to taste like instead of just bitter. All of this is a result of me collaborating with our mutual good friend, BOL. Oh, BOL! My boy, BOL! So it's all part of the grand plan to turn you, Chibi, into a scientist. Oh, I'm a mad scientist. So I really hope that you enjoy yourself when you want to experiment with everything you have now. Speaking of science, I would also like for you to have some of my old books I have enjoyed reading since I was a kid. Just don't overdo it. I might like to drink, Chibi, but I know my limits, and here's a fun fact about me. I've never been drunk before, even though I've tried about a dozen different kinds of alcohol so far. Your compadre, amigo. Thank you very much, bro. P.S. Since you're still not caught up with Macross Delta, here are some more erotic anime girls for you, Chibi. Also, did you fap the wall scroll? Brah. No, I didn't. Seriously. The only one I'll probably fap to now is probably Rim. Yes, you heard it from me. Anyways, so you sent me some pictures on the Nisekoi finale. Spoilers, by the way. I guess I already showed you, but yeah. Spoilers, by the way. I've already seen the final chapter because I was curious, and I kind of know what happens. I've been keeping up, so pretty much. Oh my god, that is that's pretty perverted right there. That's best girl right there, you know, showing her opie. So yeah, pretty much I can't understand the context of the scenes because, you know, no words, but still, man. Oh, and then we have the perverted pictures. I cannot show you this, guys, because they have hits. But anyways, God, this video has been very perverted. I talk about fucking Sweet Guy. I'm talking about this right here. What the fuck, man? God. There's something's wrong with me now. Anyways, let's see. Faku for... Faku. Best Faku. Yes, best Faku. I remember when Faku was a free site instead of having to pay for shit. Yes, I know about Faku. I remember when it was a site that you could browse for free, but nowadays, you gotta pay for everything. I don't know, what the fuck? You know, regardless. So, yeah, here's the book you sent. So, Spanish and English Dictionary. I have to look through this. And many monsters, nature's tiniest and most terrifying no, I don't want to look at this. That scares the shit out of me. Spiders scare the shit out of me. Don't. I'm not looking at this. I'm sorry. Spiders scare me. Yes, I have arachnophobia or whatever it's called. I'm scared of spiders. No. Let's see. Sharks. Guide to species where to see sharks. I love sharks, actually. Even though they're creatures that can eat your face off. You know, sharks are majestic in a way. I mean, from a distance, obviously. But sharks are pretty damn majestic. So, thank you very much, Amigo. And thank you very much, BOL, if you're watching this as well. I always appreciate your guys' letters. It always means a lot to me. Thank you so much, bro. So I already know who sent this letter just looking at the artwork, because I actually follow this person on Twitter, and they also are someone that recently got into Tokyo Ghoul a couple months back and are now up to date with it, and I've been watching their videos. Thank you. I just want to thank you very much, Kat, for sending this. It's very sweet and it means a lot. Thank you. You know, I guess since you know, we chat sometimes often. I do watch your videos to stay up to date on what you think about Tokyo Ghoul as well. I guess, Chibits, if you have not ever heard about this YouTuber, Cat, that's a relatively new YouTuber that's recently starting to grow some popularity, I recommend you to check her out. I'll, you know, link her channel in the description if you want to check her out. She does Tokyo Ghoul along with Sun Wukong. If you ever seen Sun Wukong as well, I shout out to that man. That man's a pretty good man as well. I love his videos as well. So, yeah, let's read this letter. So, hey, Chibi, it's your little sidekick, Cat. Thank you so much for helping me out with that strut. Oh, I only gave you information. Everything else you did to yourself. Don't look at me. I didn't help out that much. Inside this note, you'll find a Barnes & Noble gift card for all your manga needs. Oh, Barnes & Nobles? You shouldn't have. That's too sweet. You shouldn't have. And this TG Trio color page. Sun Wukong, me and you. Oh, that is sweet. That is sweet. Oh. You can also use the gift card for some coffee since you have a latte on your mind, eh? Eh? Oh no, my bad. Sasuke pun. This is sweet. That's sweet. It's sweet. That's sweet. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna link both of their channels. They're both two fellow YouTubers and my friends. I talk to quite a bit about Tokyo Ghoul when I would just want to chat. They're really good people, and, you know, they're very good YouTubers as well. I love their content, and, you know, like I said, I'll link them in the description. Please check out these two, Sun Wukong, and also check out Kat. They're very good, and I truly recommend them. And if you love Tokyo Ghoul as much as I do, I recommend, you know, you check both of them out. Also, Sun Wukong, son, I'm jealous as fuck. You had the writer of ReZero notice you. You know, I've been meaning to talk about that. I'm jealous as fuck. Like, I mean, of course, Ishida Senpai, you know, he noticed me, but I'm a little bit jelly. I gotta admit, I'm jelly as fuck that, you know, the writer of ReZero noticed you. I mean, it's good. I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you. I'm very, very happy for you. I'm just jealous. I gotta admit, I mean, I'll be honest with you, we're friends here. I'm jealous. I'm pretty damn jealous. But you know what? I'm very happy. So, thank you so much, Kat, and Sun Wukong also. I don't know if you both will see this video. You might not. I have no idea. But I do truly appreciate both you guys constantly, you know, being nice to me and all that. It does mean a lot. And so, thank you. Thank you as always. Dear Chibi. Hi there, Chibi. It's me, Andy. How you doing, Andy? So, this is my second letter to you. I do hope that this time it won't end up as embarrassing as last... Bro, don't worry. I still can't believe I typed all that. It was so embarrassing. Anyways, Chibi, I'm going to state this now. I promise that by the end of 2016, you will remember my name, hopefully. This means that I am going to be sending letters to you regularly. Oh, really? I'll be completely fine with that. I love getting to talk with you Chibits. That's why I make these videos. Just to intermingle with you Chibits and just get to see how you guys are doing and, you know, just see more about you guys' personalities. So every time you read my letter on your vlog, I'll get started on writing the next letter. So, on to the actual letter. A lot has happened since I sent my first letter to you, so that means that I have good news, odd news, sexual news. Wait, sexual. What is with you guys being sexual tonight? Damn. I mean news and a quest at the end, or a question at the quest. A question at the end. So, Chibi, which news do you want to start with first? Sexual news? Yes, sexual news. You got that right. Okay, now, Chibi, I just watched the first episode of Maso Gakuen HXH, or H cross H? I don't know how to say that. I know X in Japan has a weird term to it. You know that one harem show that you insta-drop? Yes, I insta-drop harems. I'm not a big fan of them. It's just my personal opinion on it. Well, all I could say about it is that it made me think that I was watching a hentai for a few seconds. My boy, if you're watching a harem, okay, and it almost feels like hentai, just go watch a hentai. Just be real here, okay? I mean, I've already talked about porn and shit, sweet guy and stuff. Let's just be adult here, okay? Look, if you're going to watch a harem series that's borderline hentai, just go watch a hentai, okay? Like, seriously, just go to Faku, make a subscription or something. Just, I'm being honest, okay? Anyways, let me get back on topic, okay? Let's see, also after watching the uncensored version... I can definitely say I understand why they had to censor it in the first place. It was just, wow. The next sexual subject is about a series called Akisora. Oh, I know about that series. I watched it when I was very young. Have you heard about it or have you read it? Yes, I read it and watched it. Don't ask. No details I'm going to give you. If you have, then I wonder if you came to the same conclusion as I did. My thoughts on the series is that it's a big waste of character development for the main character and the main female character. I do agree on that. I have never been more disappointed in a series in my life. It actually had the potential to give its characters a good development. The best character in the entire series was the only one that actually changed throughout the entire story. Most of the other characters were unimportant, so they didn't develop much at all, and the only time where the main character and the main female character actually got some major development was at the end of the series. It had such potential, and it was wasted. I kind of agree. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I kind of agree. Moving on from that rant, I really need to stop ranting. The odd news I want to tell you about isn't so much odd, but rather ironic in a way. So I was surfing around on a hentai... I think I need to stop recording vlogs late at night. I think that I need to stop doing that. Okay, let's see. And I came across a particular series. Now, this is where the irony comes into play. The series is called She is Young. Never heard of it. And it's a Korean manga of all things. This series isn't even a hentai. It actually has a good story and good character development, and there isn't a lot of sex going on throughout the story. But then again, I did find Monster Girl through a hentai site as well, so I don't even know what's going on anymore. Finally, we get to the good news. So, Chibi, do you remember how I said that the translator for AMA had taken down all the translated volumes because of a DMCA? I do briefly remember that. Well, just recently, he re-uploaded all the old volumes and 4 chapters of Volume 12. Now I can finally read Volume 12 and 13 without having to learn Japanese. That's very good news. I was so happy, I instantly forgot about my summer work and went straight to writing this letter. My question to you is, out of the 3 manga / anime / light novels, hentai, what female characters did you choose to be the best girl? Holo is always best girl besides Rin. Look, okay? I'm going to be point blank here. I think I made it very clear in recent times how much I like Holo. I think I have. It's not because of fan service for Holo or anything. It's just how unique Holo is as a character. That's just why I love her so much. She's such a unique female character. And that's why I feel like Holo is my favorite female character I've ever seen. But when it comes to Rim as well, which recently, I've discovered Rim thanks to the anime of ReZero, Rim is also falling into the same category as Holo. She's a very unique female character that stands out amongst every other female character I have ever seen. And she's definitely, I have to say, I gotta be like Subaru here, I love Holo more, but Rim is definitely number 2 in my heart. I'm not even gonna lie. Rim is number 2, but that's just saying something. That's how much I like her character. So my favorite female character would be Holo. Second favorite female character of all time would definitely be Rim. Let's see. This means 1 girl per series, or of course. The best girl doesn't necessarily have to be your waifu. This is just to make sure you don't pick Holo as one of your choices. Glad I said Rin. They can be the female characters that you like the most, or one of the ones that you want the main character to end up with. My choices are Athena? Yeah, Athena, Eitan from Hayate no Gotoku. Oh, Hayate the Combat Butler. It's been a while since I thought about that series. Takeo from D-Frag. Oh, D-Frag as well. That needs a season too. And Hakua from Kami no Mi. Oh, wait, ain't that the... Oh, no, okay. Or the World God Only Knows. Yeah, I haven't watched that series yet. The World God Only Knows. Well, this is all that I have to tell you, Chibi. I hope you got through this all right. This is pretty much nonsensical stuff that came to my mind as I was writing this. Don't worry about it. I love reading you guys' letters. It's fun. Maybe I'll have more consistent subjects next time, but I guess that all depends on what happens from that time I write this to the time you read it. Well, until next letter, I hope you have a good week. You as well, my bro. You as well, Andy. So, with that, I have to say, I need to wrap it up here. It's rather late. I did want to open up more letters, and there's quite a few letters I still need to open up, and packages. Please forgive me, anyone that's still waiting for me to open up letters and stuff. I know there's a lot. I might make an extra vlog this week just to make up for some of the backlog of the packages and stuff, because I've been sent a lot. I might make one Tuesday or Wednesday. Since Tuesday is free, I might make one Tuesday. I'll try my best to get one out Tuesday. And now, like I said, I'm not promising, okay? But I want to try my best. We'll see if I'm not lazy or playing a game or something, because the Attack on Titan game does come out Tuesday, so... We'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Because the Attack on Titan game does come out Tuesday on Xbox, and I do want to play it. I do want to play it, but we'll see. If I like the game, I get really into it. I might not, but if I don't, I'll make the vlog. So, just letting you know, I'm going to end it here. It's very late. I'm going to get to editing this video. I'd like to get it up, actually, before I head to bed, while I'll drink, probably a beer before I go to bed. So, yeah, you all have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. I know this has been a rather adultish video compared to what I normally do, but, yeah, it's just how it goes. It's how the cookie crumbles. But, yeah, you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you live, and thank you guys for always supporting me. It means a lot. You always put a smile on my face, everybody. Thank you. Please be safe. Chibi out.